me but a moment to prepare for today's session. Bear with me. There we are. Welcome to today's sketch session. I am the world-renowned Pokémon artist, and you will be my latest masterpiece. I provide portraits of a wide variety of Pokémon, and I am thrilled to add a portrait of you to my portfolio. We will begin with a rough outline of your figure, your face, in order to get the height proportions correct. Now, I usually do full body portraits from the feet to the top of the head, and today will be no exception. I will work to capture all of your features and aspects of your being. Let's start with those ears of yours. just doing a rough outline. The left ear is nearly complete. Trying to best capture those finer details as we go along, and moving on to that right ear. The ears in this particular portrait appear as though they will be a key feature to your likeness. As I'm sure you are accustomed to. Now moving on to the head, capturing those subtle, round curves to the bottom of the skull. We, of course, will fill in the smaller details such as the eyes and nose, mouth, things like that. Alright, let's get to the eyebrow area sketched. Rather large eyebrows in this particular sketch, which lends itself to capture the eye of anyone fortunate enough to gaze upon the portrait that I create for you today. Alright, the two large ears and eyebrows are outlined now. Let's move on to the body, capturing those hands tucked close to the body, almost as though to shield oneself from the cold or prepare for an incoming attack. Or perhaps it's simply a delicate aesthetic. Moving on to the torso. The legs are once again a primary feature to your overall look. Strength, power can be ascertained from looking at the proportions of the figure before me. And to the feet, once again large, yet subtle in detail. Vertically placed to promote speed, agility, verticality. Alright, and a subtle tail. Not large, but barely visible. But there nonetheless. Alright. I think that the rough outline of the figure, ears, eyebrows there, even the details around the face are complete and ready for a bit of shading and added detail. And for that I will have a quick change of my utensils. Once again, bear with me. that one will do. A medium oil-based pencil will do the trick. Now, back to creating a masterpiece. Let's begin with the ears. Creating just a bit of shading there, darker towards the base of the head, and lighter colors towards the tip of the ear. And those eyebrows light as well, leaving them a soft appearance. That cream color to the fur there displays a delicate nature and presents a soft disposition. And to those eyes there, a soft, round appearance, friendly in nature, but I'm sure hides a competent battler, no doubt. And to the nose, quite small, but fitting for the overall look, and a gentle smile, just a slight curve for a smirk, not devious, friendly. And down to the torso, with those hands ever so slightly protruding from the tuft of fur on the torso, hidden but ready for danger, if danger shall indeed arise. And to the rest of the torso, let's add in that subtle detail. That caramel brown color to the fur matches the color of the head and ears, the top portion of the ears, and down to the feet, where once again we blend into that cream color. That's right. And to the subtlety of the tail, once again matching the color of the torso and ears. And let's check and make sure that we have all of the detail there that we are looking for. Perhaps just a bit of shading here on the ears. And right there. Just one last overall look to make sure that I am pleased with the results. And if I am pleased with the results, I know you will be, for I am my greatest critic. My Smeargle reminds me daily. I believe we are finished, and a masterpiece. I believe it is. I will provide you with the original copy here and now. Are you prepared to gaze upon the mastercraft that is my work? Of course. What do you think? I do believe that it has captured your overall look and the mood of the pose that you chose to be sketched in. I think it shows the softness of your nature, but without foregoing the capable nature of your battle style. The power of the legs, I believe, is well displayed in this portrait. I knew you would be pleased. Of course. I am but a tool for the muse to use to display its creativity. Thank you for coming. And if you would like any other future sketches, please do visit again. Of course. Please make yourself comfortable. You are my next future masterpiece to be immortalized in portrait form. Please assume whatever pose that you would like to be sketched in, and I will begin the rough outline. Is that the pose you will be holding for the entirety of the session? Alright, you might become just a bit fatigued, but if you think you can hold that the entire time, that's fine with me. I will begin. I will start with the large horn-like structures on the sides of your head, though not the primary aspect of your appearance. It is a large feature of your head area and very unique to your look. Alright, and I will continue down the body with the head area, round and wide in its proportions, but not overly large. Of course not. And gentle eyes, displaying a bit of curiosity, perhaps even mystery. And those large circles there on your cheeks are a prominent feature of your face, with slightly protruded cheeks and a straight, pursed mouth. Next to your shoulder areas there, once again, large circular structures make up the large portion of your shoulders. Seems to be a theme of your design. And the arms, almost stick-like, continuing out of the much larger round shoulders, and that 90-degree angle of your elbow joint there, and narrow arms, and now the large hand. I would say this is the most prominent feature of your portrait, and I will do my best to capture the elegance of your nature. And to the other arm, are you comfortable holding your arm above your head like that? All right. And another large hand, this time front facing, 4 fingers, once again with circular-like phalanges there. These circles are a bit of a theme here, and your oval-like body, let's get a nice outline there. Once again, a large circle in the center of your torso, and down to the legs, beginning with a round-like feature for your hips, and once again very thin legs jointed by a round kneecap. I believe this will make a very unique portrait. And your feet, almost a shoe-like appearance, pointed, and once again demonstrating that bit of mystery, curiosity, perhaps even a bit of mischief or jest. I think perhaps the details are complete, or rather the outline. Now, the details. Let's begin with the shading on the ears there. We'll move down with the shading on the face, matched by the torso. All of your circular features here are all the same color. Excellent, let's begin. We'll start with those ears. Rather, horns. A dark color, providing just a bit of contrast to the rest of the body there. And filling in those darker circles on the fingertips. Not much color on the eyes, but those circles on the cheeks, once again matching the circles on the shoulders. Yes, just wanted to make sure I was properly illustrating your character. Once again, small dots for our eyes, and just white for the color. We have the circle in the center of the chest, matching the circles elsewhere, being the hips and shoulders, and the shoe-like feet matching that color as well. Once again, just some finishing touches there. That's right. You do hold a pose rather well. I am impressed with the dedication to your craft, it seems. I will hopefully impress you equally with my ability to capture that essence in your portrait before you. I believe we are finished. Let me go ahead and inspect my work. Yes, that there. Perfect on that side. There it is. That horns are the same color. We've got that. That's just a bit, but no, that's good. We have these circles on the cheeks. That's good. And perfect. All right. I do believe my work is complete, and I think you will be quite impressed. Are you ready to see your work of art that has been created in your honor? Once again, I attempted to capture the defensive nature of your look and feel. The aura that you exude is that of someone who waits to see what the opponent might do, but is always one step ahead. Behold, your likeness immortalized in portrait. As you can see, I've captured the hands and defensive stance that you so boldly hold. Even as we speak, you are still holding your position. And I think this portrait accurately displays your commitment. What do you think? Excellent. Please enjoy. Please do come again. Have a great rest of your day.